Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Lee and Hayley podcast. Overtime is what we call it.
Lee and Hayley Overtime.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
There she blows.
Brought to you by Damiano Pizza, Pasta, Beer, and Bourbon, located at 503 South Upper Street, Lexington, Kentucky. You can call 859-303-8373 if you want to make a reservation. Fantastic dishes from pizza to pasta. It is so delicious. A little hack for you. A lot of these dishes are prepared the same way they prepare things at their upscale Frankendino's restaurant, but you're not paying quite as much. It is so delicious. And the bar offers happy hour, half-off drinks, which you and I discovered when we visited last week. It lasts forever, the happy hour.
11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Happy hour that's 7 hours long. I love it.
It's right there on campus, right across the street from the brand new Target that is on campus, and it's a great place to watch March Madness.
Lee, I know you don't spend a lot of time on UK's campus, but that Target is not brand new.
It's brand new to me.
It's been there a couple years. I got to be honest.
2 years. Okay, that's new.
You call a 2-year-old child a brand new baby? Oh my gosh, they've got a newborn.
Well, don't you?
No. Say that's a toddler. That's a 2-year-old. Anyway,
thanks to our sponsor, Damiano.
Okay, Damiano is a great place to eat at any time, but wow, what a great place to watch March Madness, which is getting back underway tonight. Thursday night, we've got 4 of the Sweet 16 games. So pumped about this.
Tennessee Volunteers are still surviving.
Yes, they are. They play tomorrow night. And late, they play at 10:09. That is the estimated tip time, 10:09 p.m. Eastern time.
Mm-hmm. Do me a favor.
Sure.
Put your nose in my coffee.
All the way in or just to smell?
Just to smell. And give me your reaction. Anything off?
Smells chemically.
I'm wondering if the boys, while they were killing ants, didn't spray Raid into my coffee mug.
Where was your coffee mug?
On the table where they sprayed to kill ants.
I wouldn't chance it. You know, if there's a question.
Did you
Nua?
Or did you not? Did you not clean? Because there's still things over there. Did you not remove everything when you sprayed for ants?
I didn't spray that one.
Yeah, that table wasn't sprayed, Lee. So
I
actually,
sprayed that one.
The table where we're recording, they sprayed and cleaned. They didn't spray there. I think you're just being paranoid.
All right. I'll keep drinking then.
It smells.
To be fair, it does smell like ant killer in here.
Yeah, but I don't really smell it until I put my nose into the coffee.
Well, how does it taste?
Yeah.
Like you're heading toward the light.
I wouldn't chance it.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. Anyway.
Go get me a beverage.
Noah, we'll try again tomorrow.
Noah, go please get me a beverage. You know what I like? Bourbon neat.
Bourbon neat. Thank you so much. Like to stay hydrated. Anyway, but yeah, Damiano would be a great place to watch these games, which I'm very excited about. So tonight we've got 4 games. Tomorrow night, Friday night, we have 4 games. My Tennessee Volunteers are the late game, 10:09 p.m. on Friday. Tonight, if your team got knocked out, and if you are in our main listening area, which is Kentucky.
Not only did our team get knocked out, our coach almost got knocked out. But apparently he survived.
Yes, that's right. Just a few days ago, it became official. Mitch Barnhart saying that Coach Cal will be coaching for a 16th season next year. Lee, thoughts? If you feel like sharing them.
I feel...
It's a touchy subject.
I like John Calipari. I've always liked him. Personally, I like him. Every encounter I've ever had with a guy, he's a world-class gentleman. I like him a lot. I think he's hard-headed, which most successful people are.
They have to believe in themselves.
I don't want Fireball. Put that... You know what?
No, Lee, please.
It's not going to hurt to kill the Raid.
Oh, so good. Man, that takes me back to college, baby.
Wow.
Woo! There she blows.
Ugh.
Noah, treat yourself to a shot of Fireball.
Cannonball coming.
Oh, dear. Hey-o. Oh.
Anyway, I think the leader of the Kentucky Sports Radio said it best. And I agree with Matt.
A young Matthew Jones, one of our personal friends.
The only time I've ever agreed with Matt, but I agree with Matt on this.
Yeah.
I hope he goes undefeated next year.
Yes. Wouldn't that be great? Because there's a lot of people that wanted him gone.
He gets to the Final Four, and I hope he gets to say blankety blank to all you folks that did not believe in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the reason to defend the fans, there is a level of expectation that even Cal set. I mean, he's the guy who got us to Final Fours back-to-back, almost 3 times back-to-back.
Yeah.
It's an incredible run that he had
Yeah.
in the mid-decade of the 2010s or whatever it was.
So in the 2010s.
Yes, in the 2010s. So
That's always hard to say.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a smaller group of people that are happy with the decision that he's staying. A larger group of people were wanting him to go as an emotional response to,
There's
you
too
know,
much
getting
trauma.
knocked out. Yeah, it was just too much trauma. So
The expectation where you see a team that has such good potential and then
And that's
ends up losing to teams that have nowhere near the ability that these kids have.
yeah, exactly. And so it was heartbreaking for that reason, but it's like, but the decision has been made. Mitch Barnhart AD made that decision and released it and said it is confirmed. So John will be
And
back.
I'm looking for clues to see, well, what are you going to do different? This obviously isn't working. And the only
Yeah.
thing I know is, well, we got to get stronger.
Stronger in what?
Okay.
Faith? I mean, what?
A lot more prayer time.
A lot more prayer time. Well, anyway,
No, I think the weights, they got to get the weight room even harder.
yeah.
In the
Well,
offseason.
go Wildcats. Let's enjoy this offseason for basketball. And next year, you're right. I hope we go all the way.
But the problem is he's going to lose his best folks again, and then he's got to replace. So we're back in the rinse repeat.
I know.
You've got kids that are going to be freaked out in the big moment because they're freshmen.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think Reed Shepherd's going to do?
I don't.
Matt Jones also said that he thinks there's an 80% chance Reed is coming back.
an 80%.
He said that yesterday, yeah. Or 2 days ago on the
I
radio
think
show.
there's a better chance that Reed comes back because of his legacy.
Yeah,
and of his
because he's a
parents.
Kentucky boy and his parents are here, and his first year at finally playing for Kentucky, the team he
Yeah,
dreamed of playing, ended in such horrid fashion.
He needs to be the Jimmy Chitwood at the town hall.
Jimmy Chitwood.
You remember Hoosiers, don't you?
Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Oh, good.
They had the meeting to fire coach,
yes.
and then they voted on it. And they're like, okay, good. Get that guy out of here.
outta here.
And then the phenom Jimmy Chitwood walks
Jimmy.
into the meeting and says, I'm playing. Yeah, now we got rid of him. He goes, I only play if coach stays. What?
Drama.
So that's what Cal needs, Reed Shepherd to be Jimmy Chitwood.
Reed, may I call you Jimmy? Okay, well, here's hoping next season is great. Excited for it.
There is a moment
What's the moment?
in Hoosiers.
Okay.
And this happens more than you think. I think everybody believes that coaches are all authoritative and, you know, whatever I say is what we're going to do.
Yeah,
But that's not necessarily true except for maybe Bobby Knight. There's a moment when, you know, they want to set the picket fence, so they want to do a decoy move because everybody's expecting Jimmy to make the shot.
Yeah.
And he calls for this play, and Jimmy says, he goes, what? Gene Hackman looks at him, what?
Mm-hmm.
The guys kind of break the huddle like, and then Jimmy steps up, says, I'll make the shot. And he goes, all right, you guys call it.
You see that
It's your
happening.
team.
Yeah.
You do see that happening.
Yeah, that's not just in the
more
movies.
than you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it happens in football. It happens in basketball. It happened a lot with me when I played.
I knew if I just sat here quiet long enough,
Yeah.
you would make it about you.
Now, the difference is
I will turn it over. Give me the ball.
Yeah,
I
I'll
will turn it over.
And I never told anybody what I was going to do. Just, yeah, sure, you guys draw that up, but watch this.
Yeah, check this out. I'm going to get everybody screaming for the other team.
You know, I've seen that
Yikes.
happen a
Yikes,
lot, too,
yikes.
where a guy just goes rogue.
Yes, that's right. Now, I could pull our brackets off the wall because we did a Lee and Hayley show in-office bracket tournament for March Madness, but let's go over these 4 games that we've got tonight. Clemson, Arizona, Lee Cruz. Who you got?
Arizona,
Arizona, the 2 seed. San Diego State, UConn.
UConn.
UConn, one of the coaches is Bill Murray's son. Alabama, UNC.
By the way, let me digress. Not only was Bill Murray not in the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire movie long enough.
Yes.
Not only was he only in there for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you remember the original Ghostbusters with the EPA guy who Bill
Lee,
Murray?
I'm going to stop you right there. I don't know that I've ever seen a full Ghostbusters movie. So I will say yes to whatever you say, but I do not remember it. I was a child. I know that's no excuse, but I've never seen him. And look at me. Do I seem like someone who would be interested in those kind of films? I'm so sorry. Yes, I remember him.
Anyway, they had a great confrontation in the mayor's office
Okay.
where the EPA guy is trying to shut them down.
Oh, love it.
And they're protecting the world from the paranormal.
Government officials never understand.
And Bill Murray
Bill Murray
Bill Murray owns him. He owns him.
owns him.
He's just this biggest smart ass you've ever heard.
I love it.
I love that. It was so funny because I'm 13 years old when I'm watching this, whatever, and I'm laughing at Bill Murray. There's a moment where they bring that guy back. Bill Murray confronts him, and the joke was, "Oh, you're just a clown," and that was it. And I thought to myself, we have waited 30-something years to see these two go at it again.
And that's what he says?
Bill Murray just goes, "You're a clown." I'm like, where is this witty repartee?
I needed a crescendo.
Yeah, where Bill Murray devastates this guy. He's such a great actor, whoever he plays. I'm trying to think of some other movies he's been in.
Whoever plays the EPA guy?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he's so funny. Look him up, Nua. The mayor in Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Yeah. He's on it.
Give me his name and then tell me what other movies he's been in. You'll recognize him. Oh, I know what he was in. Die Hard. Did you see Die Hard?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes. 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 At Christmas. Anyway, what?
He's the reporter in Die Hard
Oh, no, I never saw
that
it.
Bruce's wife punches out. Unbelievable.
Fine. Have you seen The Notebook? Oh, no. Let me make you feel bad about it because you're not interested in it. Oh, no. You must be interested in what I'm interested in. Oh. That's you. Did you see that? Did you like what you just saw and heard? No. Now you know my pain. Okay? I call that movie shaming.
I tried to see The Notebook once, and I got stood up.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And that's why you've
so-
never seen it?
So thanks for the trauma.
Oh, my gosh.
You could have picked any other movie.
I tried to watch Die Hard once, but I thought it only happened the one time. If he's already dead, what's the point?
He's passed away hard several times.
Wow. That's so unfortunate. Right there at time to...
Anyway, finish the games.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Alabama, UNC, you did not pick.
I don't know. Nate Oates may be in
You
trouble
picked
again.
Arizona, UConn, and then Bama, UNC.
I hate myself for this. I may have to pick UNC.
Yeah, they're the one. Alabama's the 4.
I do
mean,
like
Bama's good.
Bama does have some good guard play. I like. Nate Oates is handing out handguns or something. What was that about? Wow! Shots fired here at the podcast.
Just punch the mic so hard if you guys are just listening. Ow. That's my luck. I get hurt in the dumbest ways. I'm one of the
Really?
girls that I'm bruised constantly somewhere on my body, and I don't know why. I'll know why tomorrow.
Would you like to have a competition about getting hurt in dumb ways?
I hate to lose.
You're going to.
I don't really get hurt. I just am bruised all the time. My legs constantly have bruises from where? I don't know.
Now, during the show that airs today across the Lee and Hayley network television broadcast, I was injured vis-a-vis superficial cuts because
Oh, multiple cuts.
eggs were cracked on my head.
What? That's insane. Nua, do you have our information?
I cannot find this guy.
Unbelievable. I mean, he's useless.
I'm looking. I really can't. You say
What are
he's the
you
mayor?
looking on? Ask Jeeves?
Yes, Yahoo.
Yahoo.com. Mayor in Ghostbusters.
I'll look it up as well.
Played by David Margulies.
Maybe. Sounds all right?
Is that him?
Is this the No.
Oh, well,
That's
what's
the
that?
original Ghostbusters.
Well, you said the mayor.
Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Whatever.
I searched Ghostbusters Frozen Empire mayor actor, and
See?
nothing came up.
I bet I can do it.
Well, go ahead. While you're doing that, guys, I've got to confess, I've got a bit of a crush on Nate Oates.
Nate Oates, really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I love his jackets. Every time he is on the court coaching his team, I'm like, man, he's got a great jacket. He just looks dressed so sharp. He most of the time is drinking a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
He's never drinking water. You know, a lot of the other coaches are sipping water during the game. He's usually drinking a Diet Coke. I mean, I've seen him do it like once, so in my head, it's always. And then, so the other day, I did like a full-blown Wikipedia deep dive on him and just internet deep dive because I was like, I got to know about this man that I have a crush on. Okay, I got to know. So I'm reading all about it. Oh my gosh, I missed out on, there was some drama. He's such a sweet family man. He's married. He's been married for like 20 years or something like this, has 2 children. His wife went through a cancer battle, and some fans were being ugly about her appearance and weight and stuff before it came out that she had cancer.
Right.
And he came to her defense, obviously, but then she came out swinging, and it was incredible. She came out swinging in a nice way, like, hey, just so you know, FYI, I have cancer. And that's how people found out. And he, you know, I don't know. So he seems like a great guy. You know, if you're not a fan of his team, whatever. And maybe there's things about his coaching and personality and stuff that you don't like. And, you know, but I don't know. I've got a bit of a crush on him.
The guy I was looking for, William
Plus, I just like
Atherton.
William Atherton. I recognize him. Mm-hmm. What else has he been in?
Lots of stuff.
Well, tell me. I've seen him.
Well, they're all old movies that you're not going to recognize. Real Genius, he was in that with Val Kilmer. Die Hard. See if there's anything you know about. I don't see it on here. By the way, speaking of head coaches in the SEC, what's Arkansas coach's name?
Oh, he's the one that always looks like,
Yeah, he's not a very attractive man, if I'm being objective.
Oh.
But his wife is a smoke show.
Oh, my God.
And a half.
And a half?
Yeah, you got the full smoke show, then you got the half.
It's got blue flames. You know, when the fire is really hot, it's the blue flames.
Now, I'm going to show you. Imagine these two together do not belong together. I mean, I'm happy for him.
It's like, what movie was it? The Other Guys, where Will Ferrell is married to Eva Mendes.
Oh, that's
and Mark
that's
Wahlberg.
the other guys. Seriously, who's this?
Yeah,
no, who is that?
No, seriously,
no,
who
quit
is
kidding
it?
around. Who is it?
Yeah.
It's my wife.
That's my wife.
No, seriously, who is it?
I love it. That's one of my favorite scenes in that entire movie is when he first meets him. And Eva, like, Will acts like she's dumb or annoying, or he's like, honey. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, baby. I love that. That is so funny to me. I love Mark and Will together.
I guess maybe I was watching the game when Kentucky played Arkansas with my buddy Richard, and I said, you got to see this guy's wife.
Let's do it.
Because he's making fun of the guy.
I've seen some funny tweets about the coach because whenever he gets a bad call, you know, like he's never seems that angry. He just looks absolutely dejected. And he always looks kind of like a fish would look at you out of an aquarium because it wants you to rescue it. Like,
yeah. If I recall, and I may be wrong here.
And you often are.
Eric Musselman.
Eric Musselman
Married I want to say she was a Las Vegas reporter or something
yes,
like
girl,
that.
do it.
Her name is, I think it's Danielle.
It's Danielle Musselwoman.
Yeah. Oh, here's her Instagram page. Beautiful lady.
Okay.
That's Eric Musselman's wife.
Stop it. Okay, supermodel.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that for them.
I mean, that guy won the lottery.
He did win the lottery.
And I was telling, my friend Richard, it just makes him even more angry at life.
Yeah.
Because he thinks anyone's success is a slight on him somehow.
He makes it about himself, yeah.
Yeah, he always does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pig Suey. And when you say Pig Suey, you think of him.
I love that. The Musselmans, we see you. We love you. Congratulations.
Yeah, and I think she's taller than him. A lot taller.
Oh my gosh.
Look, he's got a set on the thing there.
He had to boost himself up there. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Good for you, Coach Musselman.
I bet we just do a deep dive sometime on all the SEC coaches, things we don't know.
Okay.
I love it. Okay, and then lastly, Lee, who is going to win in tonight's matchup of Iowa State, the Cyclones, and Illinois, the Fighting Illini?
Iowa State. They're on a roll. I like them. And, of course, we've got that personal connection with Trey King because we work with his little brother, Mason. Pastor King is out of Winchester.
Yes.
My dad
First
knows
Baptist
him
Church,
because, they're
Winchester.
both pastors in Winchester there. So.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Pastor King of First Baptist Church in Winchester. Yeah, it is his son. Mm-hmm. Trey King, number 0, one of the starters for Iowa State. He is a senior, and we are cheering him on loud, loud, loud for his little brother Mason, who works with us. So anyway, if you need a team to cheer for, if you're a Kentucky fan and they got knocked out and you're like, I don't really care about any of these games, cheer instead of just watching a game and cheering against someone. Mm-hmm. Because UNC and Duke and all of them are still in it. It's you want to cheer against them. Yeah, in Tennessee. Okay. But if you want a game where you could cheer for someone, cheer for Iowa State.
Yeah.
Plus, I just love their mascot, the Cyclones.
I would cheer for Tennessee. I normally would.
Yeah.
But your fan base is rather ugly.
Physically?
Yes.
I knew you'd say that.
So I don't. It's hard for me to. I mean, that's
The
nowhere
other
as
day you
bad
said
as
you always
Louisville.
cheer
I
for
do
the
for the
SEC.
SEC. Yes.
Then what's the problem? They're not playing another SEC team, Lee. They're
don't
playing
know.
Creighton.
Creighton's a small school.
Oh, now it's
isn't
about size.
It always
SEC, it's always about size. Okay, and then tomorrow we've got NC State, the 11 seed, versus number 2, Marquette.
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 Although NC State is the Cinderella, they're the underdog. They're the lowest rated seed, I should say.
Yes.
11th.
They blasted through their conference tournament.
They did.
And then now they're blasting through the NCAA tournament. I don't know if there's going to be one huge upset left.
Well, I'll root for NC State.
Man, I think I picked Marquette. I did pick Marquette on my bracket.
When I was a little boy, my dad took me to Joe B. Hall's coaching clinic. They would have for high school coaches and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And his guest speaker was Jim Valvano.
Stop it.
Hilarious.
Really?
I'm just nonstop
I'm so
laughter
jealous you
like
got
you're
to see
at a
it. Yeah.
comedy show.
Oh
It's
my
like you're seeing Nate Bargatze or somebody.
Yeah.
So good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he tells that story that's iconic imagery now we see whenever they show the shot that North Carolina State won the game.
You have a hard time saying NC State.
I do. Which turned out to be
Wolfpack.
it was actually a shot, but it turned out to be an alley-oop at the last second, and they win the national championship. Cinderella story. Jim Valvano takes off running.
Yes.
And he's running
Oh,
around
I
like
have
a
chills.
madman.
That iconic footage.
He's looking for the manager that he always hugged after every game, and he can't find him.
Oh, jeez.
And he's on this mission, so he looks like a crazy person,
Running all around.
just with his arms
Yes.
out. Where's my guy?
Where's my love?
I got a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did he say why? Was that like a superstition thing? Like I must
think
hug him
it
first?
was.
Yeah.
And I think he was just in blackout mode
Because
because I got to hug him so we can win the next game, even though there is no next game.
Or I got to hug him to keep the good vibes going.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so NC State and Marquette. There you go. You're picking NC? Or you're cheering for NC, but you think
Yes.
Marquette will win?
I'll stick with the Wolfpack.
All righty. Gonzaga, Purdue, tomorrow night at 7:39 p.m.
Purdue.
Purdue.
They've got, Goliath there.
Zach, is it Ede? Ede? I don't know. He's tall as heck. Ooh, number 4 Duke taking on 1 seed Houston.
Come on, Houston.
Woo-hoo, come on, Houston.
Yeah.
Cougars? Mm-hmm. And then 3 Creighton, 2 Tennessee tomorrow night at 10:09. The late game tonight is Iowa State, Illinois. Tomorrow night is Creighton, Tennessee. Go Vols. I'll be cheering for the Vols. Hardcore. If they lose, I'll cry.
All right.
Here we go. So that's our matchup. That's our games.
Oh, I forgot to ask our staff for questions.
Well, go ahead and ask them for it.
I will do that now. We do have a question, though. We can get to that in a minute. Someone emailed us. You can do that, too, if you want us to answer a question, or if you'd like for us just to discuss a topic. It's ideas at leeandhaley.com.
Yes. Guys, I just ate the most delicious lunch and I want to share it on here because if I have any female listeners, maybe men, no judgment, whoever it is, that are interested in things I'm interested in, I'm big into TikTok recipes right now. And I just made myself something for lunch that I saw on TikTok and I showed it to Nikita and Bridget and they loved it. It's bagged coleslaw, half a cut up Fuji apple, half a can of canned chicken, everything bagel seasoning, and poppy seed salad dressing. Mix it up, eat it. Oh my gosh, it's sweet, it's savory, it's crunchy, it's healthy. So I just made that for lunch. It was so good. What'd you have for lunch?
Haven't had it.
Really? Lately, I'm hungry for lunch early, like very hungry for lunch early. Maybe I'm not eating enough at night, which I'm happy about. I'm trying to stop snacking so much at night.
I had like 3 or 4 Oreos at almost 4 a.m.
My God, it's brave of you to confess.
Nope, they were given to me by my accountant.
That's right, because you had a 1 a.m. meeting with your accountant? Is it because the government is after you? Because I can't think of another reason why you'd ever meet an accountant. I mean, they seem like lots of fun, but why you'd ever meet one at 1 a.m.?
That's just his thing. He does all-night sessions. He's got, well, I don't know if you've ever seen him, but I don't know if it's the
I've seen
roids
pictures.
or the workout routine.
Oh, okay.
But,
Sure. Yeah. No, I remember you've done
Terry-
interviews with him before at his tax
Yeah,
office. Tax
it's all
preparation
eyeglasses.
It's all
It's like
glasses.
Harry Carey style eyeglasses. Yeah.
Yes, my goodness. But he does not miss the deduction.
No, he's great.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I met him at 1 a.m. and I was there till 3 something.
Did he have Oreos?
Yeah, he gave me some.
Oh, he gave you. Okay.
They came in these little fresh packs. He's like, here.
that.
I'm like, oh, thank you.
That's like my favorite thing to do. Like when I get like because the only time I ever see those individual packs of Oreos is like if I'm waiting at the car dealership
Yeah.
to get my car serviced.
I
They got
hadn't
those.
had an Oreo 5-6 years. Easy.
Really?
And it was so good. I forgot how good Oreos are.
They're the perfect cookie.
I guess I was hungry too because I had one meal yesterday, you know, before the gas chamber. And what?
It was in bad taste.
Was it?
Yeah, but you are bad taste. You're the epitome of bad taste.
Well, I was making a toilet joke, but okay.
The gas chamber is a toilet joke,
Yeah, sure, it can be.
but it wasn't.
It was.
Okay.
It is now.
What else do you want to talk about? Thanks for bringing us down.
Tell me about your new dog.
I don't want to talk about my new dog yet.
Oh, because you don't have a proper license. Is that why? You never said, don't talk about my new dog.
Don't you think I would have already talked about it on the TV show if I was ready to talk about it yet? But no, you go ahead.
Are you going to make a debut with this dog?
Yes.
Oh, well, that'll be good.
Yeah, it will be. But thanks. Thanks for this. Yeah.
What is it? Like a brand new pope or something?
No,
What are
Lee,
we-
it's just I wanted to talk about it when I want to talk about it. You need Lee, this is the first rule of A, friendship, but B, media with co-hosts. You have to ask permission before you bring up something from that person's
Really?
life.
You brought up the Notebook earlier. Remember that?
Because you were chiding me about bringing up or about not watching movies. So I was giving you the same. And you've talked on the show before how you've never seen The Notebook. And you
I've
kind of have
never
it.
seen it.
I know, but you've brought that up before. How
But you
you've
know
never
there's
seen
a
it.
backstory to that where I was jilted.
Oh, Lee, I didn't think about that. I'm sorry.
And that excuses it. See, you do the same thing. You're worse than me. I did it out of pure ignorance. Yours is vile villainy.
No, Lee, I brought up a funny movie to make your point that you make fun of me for not seeing movies you like.
You couldn't brought up Schindler's List.
You've never seen Schindler's List?
Of course I've seen it.
Exactly.
What about Steel Magnolias?
You've seen Steel Magnolias.
Only bits.
No.
I've not seen the whole thing. Well, this is over.
Oh, great job. Well, now what? Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I'm still waiting. Did you send me a topic, Nua? Oh, he's no help at all.
How's your refrigerator?
It's dead. Again, now this will be the 4th time.
I want to know. What
Yeah,
happened to the
I know,
refrigerator?
right? Your fridge has gone out like 4 times in the past
This
month.
is the 4th time a gentleman has visited me where he gets inside my panel and spins a fan.
Oh, my gosh.
It is the most erotic thing that has ever happened at my place. Now, the evaporator fan has gone bad, so you get condensation, and then it shuts down, and now all the ice is melting. Thank God I got rid of all my frozen dinners.
Oh, and how'd you get rid of them?
One sitting.
Do you sit there, do you stand over him, watch him do the work, and judge every move he makes, or do you?
No,
Yeah, are you a
I
micromanager?
I saw a TikTok by a lady that epitomized the very feeling I have when you have someone over to work on things. She's laying on the staircase. She's like, I'm a prisoner in my own home right now.
Yes.
I don't know what to do. There's a man working on the dishwasher.
Yeah, what do you do?
If I go down there, he'll want to talk to me, and I don't want to talk to him. I don't know, and I don't want to make noises, or I'm laying here on the stairs.
Yeah, what do you do? Because
don't
it is
know.
like you don't want to, I want them to focus on what they're doing, but I also want to be nice and hospitable, but I also want to be there within earshot in case they have a question, but I don't want them to think I'm micromanaging, but I also don't want to leave them alone in my house, in a certain wing of the house. I don't want to be like, I come in there and your fridge is gone. He's stolen the whole thing.
Yeah. I do allow them access to the home if I'm on the way.
Oh, yeah, because you have electric doors and all that.
Yeah, it's electric. Unbelievable. Thank you, Dr. Franklin. By the way, Michael Douglas is playing Ben Franklin.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
In Franklin.
Yeah, no, it's a Wi-Fi thing that I can operate my garage door from anywhere in the world.
My God. Sometimes when you're away, do you just open it and close it just to see if you can?
Just to have the power.
Oh, the power, baby. The rush, baby, the rush.
Make the neighbors think the place is haunted.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I'll give them access, and then I'll be there in 10 minutes. Go on in and start your work. I do. I say that. What are you laughing
I know
about?
I like that, but because of the erotic context you jokingly put it in, now I'm thinking that's where you are. Go ahead in and start your work.
Yeah.
He's in there getting costume changes on and the lights set up.
Mm-hmm.
One time, do you remember? Let's share this story. Who cares at this point? It was before I got there, but at a place where you and I both used to work together. Lee and I both used to work in local news. A place where we used to work together years ago before I got there. There was a legendary filming that was going on in a hotel.
Oh, I saw it.
Where, yes.
I was there.
Yeah, go ahead and tell that
What
story.
do you mean? You weren't there yet?
No.
I don't think it's that old. We stayed.
It was like the year before I got there.
Breckenridge Inn.
I didn't think we needed to say the name of the hotel because I think they're still operating. But maybe they're under new management. The Breckenridge Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky. We were there covering the Kentucky Derby.
Kind of a dump.
Yeah, because our managers failed to book hotel rooms till the last minute. And so this was kind of the...
Well, that was a cheaper deal. If the closer you are to the track, the more expensive it is. And downtown's going to be crazy expensive anyway. So that was, because they get a block of rooms. They get like 20, 30 rooms.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we were going to dinner, a group of us, and we're walking by, and we could obviously see there are studio lights.
In one of the hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doors open.
And then I can see, the door's open. And then I can see a photographer with a video camera and then naked feet.
How many feet?
4.
Oh, dear. I was going to think
I
it was
should
maybe...
have said 5.
You should have said
That'd have been
5.
funnier. Daggone it.
I was thinking maybe if it was just 2 feet, maybe it was just a boudoir shoot.
No.
No, it was
And the feet were facing different ways.
Why was the door open?
I don't know.
Were they hoping to get extras to come in and just...
I don't know.
And what did you say
What did I say?
as you walked by?
Cut.
Do it again.
I didn't say anything.
I mean, to the other people, like that you were with, were you all like,
Well, I think I was just calibrating. Like, did you guys just see what I saw?
Oh, that's so funny. Mm-hmm. Wowzers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a story.
Yes. So
Yes. What?
I don't know. Let's just read the questions.
Do we have any?
Yes, we have questions.
Well, let's get to
I'm
the
going to
one-
read them today. Don't you look. You always get to read
Okay,
them.
I won't. But can I read the one that we've got from Ruthie?
Viewer Ruthie, go ahead.
Yeah, Ruthie B.
Yeah.
Ruthie B12.
Ruthie B12.
What are 3 weird things people don't know about you?
Ooh.
I get my taxes done
Middle of the night every year.
middle of the night.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's one thing people don't know.
Okay. Give me 2 more.
I don't know if I have 2 more.
Okay, well, let me think. I've told this on the show, but maybe people don't know this. I used to sleepwalk a lot when I was a kid, and I never believed it happened. I was probably like 5 to 9, something like that. That was my shift. No, I was 5 to 9 years old, let's say, and I would sleepwalk, and my parents would tell me about it the next day. Like I'd get up and walk around the house, and they'd hear me walking around, but if they tried to interact with me, I was asleep. And so I wouldn't respond or I'd say things. Then one night, my dad videotaped me doing it, and to prove to me that I was doing it. It was
Now,
so...
why did he need to prove that to you?
No, because I kept saying, I don't believe you. Like I was like, I do not.
So this is just a joyous moment for him.
No, it
Got
wasn't
her.
to be mean. No, it was for my own information because I genuinely didn't believe it. He wasn't being mean. My dad is one of the sweetest people on the planet. He was like, okay.
I never said he was being mean.
Well, you said gotcha. That doesn't sound... A father's going to do that to his 9-year-old?
Well, because I know you. You're so obtuse and hard-headed. So he's teaching you the lesson. I've told you sleepwalk.
Well, that's not what it was, Lee.
He did it out of love.
Yes.
Yes, and then he laughed about it.
Oh, my God. Anyway, and showed me the video. Talk about the most humiliating 3 to 4 minutes of my life watching this video. Because it's like watching it. I had betrayed myself.
Yeah.
My brain had betrayed
Right.
myself because I was watching this video of me. Yet, like, that's not me. What do you mean? How did I, like, the human body and brain is so powerful. Like, I was fully dead asleep, no memory of this, no conscious anything. Yet here I am traipsing around my home, walking around, talking a little bit.
I've not seen a video of myself, but I recall the time a translucent bat attacked me.
You've told that story.
And I jumped out of bed and threw the covers over it to knock it out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the comforter is falling, I'm standing there. Now I'm awake.
Yes.
Like, what did I just do? You know, I went from one world to the next. I went from the dream world to the reality.
And that's embarrassing, is it not?
Was a little bit like, wow.
It's like, gosh, how could I have lost complete control of my faculties?
Yes.
Another thing, and I haven't shared this, it's a health condition that I have that I don't share with a lot of people.
Diarrhea.
It's pervasive. It's constant. It is a real buzzkill on dates.
Yeah, wow.
Guys, Lee, do you know what Morton's toe is?
Yes, I have it.
I do too. Yeah. That's why I brought it up. It's time we both...
Do we have...
Talked about this like 3 podcasts ago.
Did
We did?
Yeah.
She probably got mad at me for bringing it up. Do we both have on both feet or
I have-
just
and-
one?
In case you're uneducated about this, Morton's toe is where your second toe is longer than your big toe. I only have it on my right foot. My second toe on my right foot is a tiny bit longer than my big toe. My left foot is beautiful and pristine and perfectly shaped.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But the Morton's toe, in your case, has an incredible smell.
No, it doesn't. No.
Oh.
No,
I thought
it's
it
just
did.
length of toe. They call it Morton's toe. It's not a disease. I was kidding everyone. It's just the way your foot's shaped.
Yeah, a certain percentage of humans have that.
Yes, Lee.
Yeah.
Okay, what's something else about you?
What?
The Morton's toe only counts for me because I brought it up. Give me the second thing about you that people might not know.
I have a piece of scalpel inside of me.
Yes. That's true.
I didn't sue.
And I will never forgive you for that.
And I'm
didn't even
not
know you then.
comfortable enough to tell you why I didn't sue because of the procedure they wanted to, the legal procedure I'd have to go through.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about
Potential humiliation.
I don't know. It could be a sense of pride as well.
Well, but it clearly wasn't, or you would have gone.
Well, because at the time I was a kid. Not a kid, but I was 30 something.
Okay. Anyway, so you could have sued for like malpractice. And other doctors told you should have. Yet you didn't because you were embarrassed of
no,
photos.
doctors don't do that. That's like coaches telling ADs they should fire the coach.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that. They protect themselves. Doctors never say sue for malpractice, ever.
Okay.
They stick together, all of them.
So your other doctors that were like, wow, what a botched job this was.
I would have to read between the lines. Yes, they would kind of say it that
that's what
way,
I'm saying.
but yeah. But they didn't go, you need to sue.
Yeah.
They
So
never say
right
that.
now you have a little piece of metal.
Yeah.
Does it
It's
move
like a
around
bullet.
freely, or
No,
it's just lodged?
It's trapped in some fat. It's scarred up, and it's in a very sensitive area.
Yeah, really?
But it was apparently pushed through, and
Yeah.
now it's in a fatty area that doesn't affect any functionality or anything
Yeah.
like that. But it shows up on X-ray.
And fat is quite hard. I think a lot of people think fat is quite, and maybe in certain areas of your body it can be kind of soft, but like fat, so it's lodged in there. Right?
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, right. And it's scarred up because it's
Yeah.
a foreign object. So my body's like, what? Let's grab it.
Yeah.
And I had a kidney stone once, and I had to get an X-ray. We're getting closer to the area. You can imagine where this might be. And they said, I remember they came and got me after the X-ray. They go, we need to talk to you. And they looked very concerned.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I know what you're talking about. You saw the metal? They go, you know about that? I go, yeah.
I put it there.
And I said, yeah.
I needed to hide it from the police.
It's my prison purse.
Wait, so do you set off metal detectors?
No.
No.
It's not that.
It's not that. Oh, really?
It's tiny. I mean, it's like she broke the tip of the scalpel. So we're not talking about a full.
Oh, in my head, it's like the size of a paper
It's
clip.
literally no.
Oh, it's like
literally
a-
like the tip of a pencil. Oh. So it was at the very tip, and she broke it, didn't realize, and then pushed it through into the area where it resides now. But it still shows up quite clear on an X-ray.
I envision it like the size of a paper clip, and I know it's metal, but in my head, it's that
No.
green goblin from the Mucinex commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like he's in there just like, ah.
No, I mean, it's I don't even know if you'd be able to see it, really, if it was sitting there on the table with me. It's tiny. Yeah.
Now, let me think of a third thing. Give me an era of my life in which you want to know something about me. That helps me narrow down maybe something I could share with people.
Well, what is it that you're afraid of? Let's delve into it.
Oh, that's an era of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An era,
What did you think I said?
a part of my life.
Oh, I get if I said part, I meant like age something or.
Oh. All right. Well, modern day.
I pee at least 3 times at night after I get in the bed. I don't pee in the bed. I mean, I pee. I take my nighttime routine is I go upstairs, I take all my medicines, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, put on my pajamas, get in the bed. Mm-hmm. I know I'm not going to bed then. I know in about 15 minutes that water I used to take my pills, even though it's just a few sips, is going to come a knocking. So I have to get back up about 15 minutes, go to the ladies' room again, get back in bed. About 30 minutes later, I have to get up again every single night. Even if I don't know. I can't do anything about it. So anyway, I'm up at least 3 times after I get in the bed.
I defecate 5 times.
I'm sorry, you just made me like shoot snot. I got so tickled. Excuse me.
No.
That was so unexpected. That's so funny, Haley. I defecate 5 times a night every night. My washing machine gets a workout. Okay, third thing about you, age 15. Tell me something about you at age 15 we don't know. Do you remember those olden days?
Yeah, well, let me think. What was going on when I was 15?
Sorry, the defecate thing just caught me up.
World War II had just ended.
World War II had just come to a close.
Right. Well, I don't know anything that I do. 15 or 16, I was playing basketball.
Oh, God, you always make it about that.
I loved it. Why do you always diminish my basketball career?
Don't say career.
I'd hate that you do that. I had a little satchel. It was my job. You wear a suit to games. I loved it. I was ready for the league.
You wore a suit to games?
Sure.
The hell
they
you
made you dress up in those
Really?
days. Yes, if you were traveling, you're playing away. You walked in with a suit and a little. Of course, I'm like 3 feet shorter than anybody else.
Yeah, but dressed to the nines, ready to rock.
I told you the most
Morton's
embarrassing.
toe leading you into the room.
The most embarrassing thing that happened probably around age 15 or 14, whatever I was.
Yeah, somewhere in that time frame.
The freshman year,
Yes.
we're playing Madison Central, the Indians, and we're going out full bands. This is my first big time ball game.
Yeah.
And they're like, let Lee, you go first.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't care for that because that sounds like they were patronizing me.
Yeah.
I'm just part of you guys. What
Guys,
do you mean?
I may look like a LeBron, but I'm just a common man.
Why am I going first like the mascot?
And
I
through
didn't
what?
like it.
Through the banner?
Well, yeah. Well, the locker rooms were at the side, so you ran baseline, and then the cheerleaders had formed
A tunnel
a tunnel.
with a banner.
I didn't know they had a banner. I didn't know it. So I take a hard right in between the cheerleaders.
And I bet you are showboating.
Oh, I feel good. The band's playing. The music's good. This is great. But I kind of got my head down and I'm running through and I make that turn. And they've got the banner adjusted for basketball players. So everybody,
Lee, you are one.
yes, but I'm 5'5" at that time, probably.
yeah.
They got it adjusted for 6'2" guys. So it hits me right at the throat. I hit that thing face first and land on my back, and my team runs right over top of me.
Oh my gosh, that's so wonderful. That's so wonderful. I used to make those banners. I was a high school cheerleader, so every week we called it the run through, and we'd have to roll the paper out, draw it on there. We'd have to get our art teacher come draw, like if we were playing the Tigers, she'd draw a big tiger on there, and we'd put like the big target sign on it, like they're going down.
Yeah.
In my 4 years of varsity cheering, we never had a player fall.
Did you ever have a cheerleader run over? Because sometimes they don't know they're coming.
Yes, in basketball, totally. In football, we were behind a fence. Like we were not on, right there by the field or the play. We were kind of behind a little bit.
Well, no, I meant holding the banner.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We've had, sorry. I thought you meant like, you'll see games now like cheerleaders get run into by the basketball player going off the court or things like that.
No.
Yeah, my friend Blair, one of our cheerleaders, she got her tooth knocked out.
Wow.
Yeah, right there on this. Yeah, I think he ran her into the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
One of the worst.
She was able to save it. She's got a full mouth.
My dad played in a church league, and I, as a kid, I'm 7 years old, running under the bleachers
Oh, yeah.
and fell with those metal stanchions they have and landed on it and blew out my lip. I mean, just blood is everywhere, and I'm thinking I'm dead.
Yeah, this is it.
And because I came in looking for my mom who's in the bleachers, and they're like, "What, has he been shot?" And I'm like, "Oh!" Of course, I know this means hospital, and I don't want to go because of the needles and everything else. But we went, and I had to get stitches.
One time when I was in high school, I was cheerleading, and it was a football game, and I had an asthma attack on the sidelines when I was still battling asthma.
I didn't know you had asthma.
Yeah. I had, adolescent asthma or whatever, or childhood asthma, whatever it is that you grow out of it. I have grown out of it. I don't have any asthma symptoms anymore, but I used to have to do those breathing treatments and the inhalers and that whole thing.
Yeah.
But I was basically over it. I had 2 marked asthma attacks in high school. Once was at a cheerleading competition, and I was like, kind of losing it. My coach pulls my inhaler out of her pocket, shoves it in my mouth, squeezes it, and shoves me onto the competition floor. And I went, and we won. She was like, "Don't have time for this. Breathe this in. Get the hell out there." So we won, so it was fine. But then the other time I was actually cheering at a football game, and I started having an asthma attack. Well, my friend Blair, coincidentally, her dad was a nurse practitioner. So my mom put me in her car. He was also at the game, followed us in his car, went to his office. And I think gave me a breathing treatment, but first thing, he had to give me a steroid shot or some sort of shot in my behind, basically for some purpose as far of it. But yeah, so at 1 minute, I'm cheering on the sidelines, looking so cute. Dun, dun. Next thing, I'm in my friend's dad's medical office with my cheerleading skirt up, and he's giving me a shot in my butt.
Yeah.
It worked, though, and everything was fine. That's the last true asthma attack I've had.
Yeah.
I really have no symptoms of it now. My dad was the same way. He had childhood asthma as well.
Now, what about the topics the staff has written?
All right, here we go. Let's see. This is from Nua. I like this one. What's a red flag for you in a person? Like, let's say you meet someone, you think they're great. This could be romantic interest or just a regular person. But what's a red flag? As soon as someone presents a certain characteristic, you're like, goodbye.
Childhood asthma. I find out.
It is.
They've had that. Forget it.
Yeah. For me, it's bedroom defecation. Yes. If I find it, oh my gosh. Let's say it's...
It wasn't me. It was the dog.
You don't have a dog. It was the refrigerator repairman.
Uh-huh.
This is kind of a common one people talk about, but people that are rude to people in the service industry. Like if I've
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag. Like if it's a friend or let's say a romantic interest and a waiter doesn't do a good job or so-and-so. I've had bad service before. I've never once been hateful to one time I was eating at Cheddar's years ago and my server disappeared for like 45 minutes.
Reminds me of that Nate Bargatze bit.
Oh. Well, she finally comes back and it was my mom and I dining and we'd finally like gotten the manager over to the table like, hey, we need, our food. She'd taken our order and then just disappeared. Someone else brought our food, but we needed like condiments. We needed refills on drinks. She was gone.
Yeah.
The manager was like, I'm so sorry. Let me go find her. Like 10 minutes go by. She finally comes out. The server goes, yeah, I'm so sorry. I really had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, great.
That is what she said. And we were both like,
and you're handling our food.
yes. Her excuse for being gone was she was in the bathroom and, God bless her, but I don't need to know that. Be like, I had an emergency. I'm so sorry. I'm back. Let me take it. The manager comes over and comps our meal. Thank God.
Yeah.
But even to her, I was not mean. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, and they comped us and it was fine. But even to the manager, we were really nice.
See,
I don't like anyone who's mean or acts better than any person in the service
I
industry.
would handle that so differently. As soon as she said that, I would have said, prove it. Let's go now, you and I.
Take me to the stall.
Take
Let me
me.
smell.
Let me, I don't smell. Get
Well, then
graphic.
how else would she prove it?
I don't know.
You asked her to prove it, and then I say go in there, and you're like, oh, God, no.
Was it Jim Jeffries who did that brilliant bit that I was telling you about I loved? And it had to be a real true story.
Oh, about...
Where he's at the upscale fine Mexican restaurant.
Yes.
And he has to do the unthinkable there.
Yes.
Which is a home game. But he had to go there, number 2, and then it doesn't flush. So he He doesn't know what to do, but he thinks the right thing to do
is go get an
because
an
it
employee.
starts to, if you try to flush and then it's the bowl starts
water,
to fill,
yeah.
you could have a big problem.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So he grabs a waiter or busboy, and he doesn't speak English, but he's like, "Follow me,
Follow me. I need
follow
to show
me.
you
I'm
this.
going to show
Come
you.
fix this."
So this guy's like, "Okay," and he's pulling him in. Opens the stall door, points to what he just did. Like, see? And then flushes, and it worked perfectly.
Oh, God. So that poor non-English speaking employee just
like-
thinks this guy just wanted to show me.
Look what I did.
Look at this. Food goes in, food goes
How
out.
about that?
Gosh, devastating. Let's do one more. This is from Bridget, our executive producer of our TV show, which check your local listings in Lexington, Kentucky. It airs weekdays, 4 p.m. on ABC 36. And then we also air in North Carolina, Georgia, and Mississippi. Okay.
I just talked to our friends in Bowling Green. We got to go visit them. They want us to come visit. Yeah.
Excellent. We are on WBKO.
Tim Coles is the general manager down there.
Tim, we love you. Bridget says, what's a random thing you know a lot about? That's a great question.
Well, for you, it's the Royals.
I know a lot about a lot of things for a short period of time.
Oh, you don't retain it.
No, I have a hard time retaining
The way
sometimes even basic information. Like, it is amazing to me the things I will retain, but then other things, if I don't see it as really helping me short term or long term, it's like my brain is like, don't have room for that.
Yeah, you and I have discussed our differences. You're a practical person. So, but I am always amazed at your retention for information that I don't care about. We could be talking with anybody that we're about to interview, and they'll give you bullet points. There's no way I'd recall any of that, and you have it all.
I did, yeah, I remember it for that short period of time. I can tell date, time, information, phone number, email address.
Right, and so I'm always relying on you to handle that because I don't. But if I'm emotionally connected to it, then I'll retain it forever. If it makes me feel a certain way.
Yes. Okay.
Because we could be in the same interview, and I know that they've done something or they somehow connected to me on an emotional, and I'll go, remember when? And I can do that.
You can recall moments from, knowledge bases
Years
from
ago.
different things. As long as you're
Because
kind
I
of
felt
information.
something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
That's why I always loved history, because I'm always trying to figure out, well, how did they achieve that? I want to be able to feel that way. I don't care about what time something's open or closed or mathematical equations. It doesn't make me feel anything.
Well, now you know. But what is a random topic area you know a lot about right now? For me, I know a lot about a missing persons case that I'm listening to a podcast about. I will remember all this information for 3 to 6 months, and then it will be gone. The podcast is called Media Pressure. If you're a true crime person, this is my latest true crime podcast obsession. It is called Media Pressure. It is about the still unsolved disappearance of a 21-year-old woman in the state of New Hampshire. Her name is Mara Murray. She was a former West Point student, ended up switching to the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She went on a drive, didn't tell anyone, left. Then her car is found crashed, and she is gone. She is seen by a few witnesses next to the crashed car, and then before police get there, she is gone, no trace of her. She disappeared in 2004, no trace of her to this day. The podcast is done by her sister, who is not giving up hope, who is a West Point grad.
Again, you are so fascinated with that stuff.
I like to close the loop. It really bothers me. She's just would be if she was still alive, just a few years older than me. And
But you
she's
don't
just
watch
gone.
horror movies, right? You don't. do
No,
that.
I don't like gore. I don't like.
But to me, I'd have to be in the same mindset almost. I mean, listen, when a documentary is done well, it's compelling, and I'll watch it, no matter what the subject matter is. And sometimes it's missing persons or it's cold cases. But I don't go looking for it the way you do. You really love it.
Yeah, and that's okay.
I didn't
I'm
say
not
it's
hurt
not
that you're not
okay.
interested in it.
Well, you don't have to be hurt that I'm not interested. I'm just
Good, 'cause
trying
I'm
to
not.
figure you out. What makes you tick? Murder. Yeah.
Anyway, so I know a lot about this. There's really shoddy police work, differing witness statements, a couple of odd things she did right before she left, but not too odd. I think she really was just trying to get away for a few days, and I do think foul play was involved. She had the car wreck, someone bad came along, and something terrible happened to her. Anyway, so that's something I know a lot about right now. Again, it's Media Pressure. I'm listening to it on Apple Podcasts. I'm sure you can get it wherever you get your podcasts. What about you? What's something you know a lot about right now? If someone said, tell me 20 things about this, you could.
The Marx Brothers.
Oh, okay. Name the Marx Brothers.
Well, Groucho, Chico, Harpo, Zeppo, Gummo. Zeppo.
Great lighters.
Not Zippo, Zeppo.
Oh.
Zeppo, apparently, he was also ran. They try to make him the handsome one, which, he's not that good looking, but he was better looking than Groucho.
But you'd let him fix your fridge.
Chico, sure.
Sure.
But apparently, Groucho was upset with something at one of the theaters they were performing on Broadway, and he said he was sick and he wasn't going to do the performances. Well, Zeppo stepped in, and they look exactly alike when you put on the grease paint mustache and the eyebrows and that look that Groucho had. That was iconic.
Yeah.
Killed it. Went out there, uproarious laughter. Got back to Groucho. Groucho had a miraculous recovery.
Oh, wow.
Came back to work before he loses the gig.
Healed.
To his little brother. Yeah.
Yes.
They would be in hotels if they're going to a party or something.
Yeah.
They'd get in the elevator, strip down completely naked, and just stand there to see who would see them when the doors would open.
Huh. Everybody gets their joy from somewhere. Yeah. A little giggle.
They're funny.
A little giggle.
And they would torture poor Margaret Dumont.
Poor Margaret Dumont.
Yes.
Who's that?
She
dated Carl?
No, she was the leading lady most of the time. She was the not statuesque. She was sort of a larger lady.
Okay.
But she would always play opposite of Groucho.
Oh, okay.
Because she was the dignified debutante.
To his
clumsy. Maniacal, not clumsy. No, He was a smart ass like you wouldn't believe. But he was just there to puncture the pompous balloon is what Groucho's job was.
Have you ever punctured a pompous balloon?
Yeah.
The helium that comes out of that sucker, I tell you what.
I said funny once. And that scalpel went right through it.
Yikes. Guys, that's going to do it for this week's edition of Lee and Hayley Overtime. We appreciate you listening. Big shout out one last time to our lovely pizza slinging sponsor, Damiano's Pizza, Pasta, Beer, Wings, etc., located in downtown
Noah
Lexington.
gets the wings all the time. He loves them. He can't get away from it.
Do you get
They're very good.
buffalo or barbecue?
Barbecue.
Barbecue wings. They have waffle fries. So good.
503 South Upper Street in Lexington. You can call 859-303-8373. Great place to watch the ball game during March. All right. That'll do it.
Thanks for being here, Lee.
Okay, you too.
See y'all next week.
Weirdo.
Bye.
Bye, Noah.